Okay, well, we are across town already. I waited till I got over to St. Paul to talk to you. So here is what is new. The wedding is over. It is all done. They are married. We had so much going on for that day. There was this one moment where I thought Tegan's little head was going to explode because the whole seating chart just has been her nemesis. So it whatever, you know how like we grow our own I don't know, distortion fields. So anyway, this was hers, was table seating. Like this was the obsession for her of managing who's sitting at what table, and then people actually sitting in those seats and finding those seats and what table numbers and so forth. This was her nemesis. So there was this one moment where I thought Tegan's head was going to come unglued because some of the names she spelled wrong, or that some people she had put on twice and whatever. So they just worked it out. And we had to just luckily the staff is just so lovely that I went, look, I don't know what's going on, but it looks like we have a whole bunch of people that didn't RSVP. We will work out the food situation in a minute, but just throw us in an extra table so we figure it out. Because there'll be enough food because some people won't show. Now, here's the thing about the back end. Thank the Lord Catherine was there because she understood what are the catering rules and in what manner are we breaking them. So when you have that seating chart, they've already decided who's getting which place is going to have a plate. So what they do is they just don't set that plate there. And we were asking, if there's not a plate there, we're going to put that plate somewhere else. And that is it's a little bit of a rule break. So they did that for us. So we're very thankful for that. And Catherine knew how to ask the question. This is what I love about the people in our lives who all have given, we've all given like our whole life to service. So we've all, worked as servers. We've done this work. We know what it's like. We know how hard it is in the back of the kitchen. And so our servers, we loved them very much. The other thing is that I always plan for what we will leave the servers. And what do I mean by that? I mean that if there's bouquets at the end of the night, they're going home with the staff. If, I'm sending them with our guests, but I'm also really sending them for the people who worked that event, because and our event was so noticeably different than any of the other events that they have, that they will remember our day. So I had made they're like little cups this tall, and then we filled them with wet foam, and did our bouquets in them. So we had a bunch of them. So I made sure that we would give them away to everyone that worked there. So when people were grabbing things off the table, I went, ground all those up, because we're going to give it to all the staff as a thank you for doing such a great night's work. And of course it doesn't beat money, but it also is something, right? To say thank you, to personally say thank you for all your hard work at my wedding. So my mom's going to the doctor today. So we're going to a doctor visit. I am certainly hoping that I had it on my calendar at 1:00. She has it on her calendar at 3. We're going with her calendar. I think we're at a different meeting, but it's already after 1, so they would have called her by now if I was right. So I'm glad there's 2 of us checking. And the wedding, the highlight of the wedding is that they are wed. That both the kids had a wonderful day. They were insanely loved. There were lots and lots of, I don't know what to say. There were lots and lots of people that really cared about them present. And we did a laying of the hands ceremony, which is where people get to say a blessing over them before they walk down the aisle. The other thing is that they did a promise stone. Now I don't, it's got a different word in it in Celtic, but basically it is where you say your vows into the stone and then you place that stone in your home. And so they did a hope stone or a prayer stone or whatever you're going to call it, but they infused that with Nancy, and they also did a spell jar, and we all got to watch them kind of build that spell jar for their home. And the reason they picked the items to make that, and so they picked a beautiful bottle, and it looks fabulous. So they have these two grounding elements for their home. What I'm the most excited about them doing that is for when they buy a home, because that's what's next, is that these two are going to buy a house next. And I'm pretty excited for them to be on the next step. And now they have all of this like real, not imagined. They have all of this very real achievement. So they can, go in knowing that they can save for a house because they saved for a wedding. And that's what I'm liking. That's my magic. Okay, well, I'm here today. That's it. I'll check in with you later.